वैष्णवी श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते महोदय।
यस्य ज्ञानदया सिन्धो रगाधस्य नघा गुणाः सेव्यतामक्षयो धीरा सश्रिके चामृताय च. We will continue with the meanings of Natya Varga. Because if we finish that only, we can go to the next Varga, chanting and other things, exercises. So we had done till I think 464. Upadhirna dharma chinta पुंस्याधिर्मानसी व्यथा पुंस्यादिः मानसी व्यथा. अस्तु. तत्र धर्मचिन्ता इदानीम् अमरसिंहः तत्र कामोभिलाषः इत्यादि कामोभिलाषः मनोरथः इच्छा कांक्षा स्पृहा ईहा इत्यादि उक्तवान्. So he spoke about the desire, the synonyms for the word desire. Now he is telling upadhirna dharma chinta pumsyadhir manasi vyatha. So you have desires, but the desires can be dharmic or adharmic. So he just wants to give a special word for the dharma. The desires have to be in accordance with dharma as per the shastra, but there is a special word which he is trying to tell. He is telling upadihi dharma chinta. These are the two words for dharma chintanam. So there upadhihi is pullinga shabda, dharma chinta, and dharma chinta is strilinga shabda. Then you have one more pumsi, upadhirna dharma chinta pumsi adhihi manasi vyatha. Adihi vyadihi. So you have these mental diseases which afflict you. They are called as adi. Vyadhi are the physical sharirika diseases. So here the word is adihi and manasi vyatha or manasi pida. They are manasi vyatha. They are the mental diseases. So there are two words for adihi, manasi vyatha. मानसी व्यथा इत्युक्ते मानसी व्यथा मनसः दुःखम् आदिः इत्यादि. Next, talking about स्याच्चिन्ता स्मृतिराध्यानम् उत्कण्ठोत्कलिके समे. Now chinta, three words for chinta. Okay. Chinta smritihi adhyanam. Chinta is strilinga, smriti is strilinga, adhyanam is napumsakalinga. Utkantho kalike same. Utkanta and utkalika. So utkanta and utkalika. So the Vyakhyaanakarta, we will not know what it is. Utkantha and utkalika is kamadina sotsukha smaranam. So kamadi janya smriti. So because of the love or affection or some extreme desire, it can be love, desire, kamadija smriti. So you start thinking about somebody because of that, or about something. That is called utkantha or utkalika. Both are strilinga padas. Then again we have, so उत्साहोऽध्यवसायः स्यात् सवीर्यमतिशक्तिभाक्. उत्साहः, अध्यवसायः, both are pullinga padas. So utsaha, you know, utsaha, I think it is enthusiasm in English. You can translate like that. Utsaha, adhyavasayah, saviryam atishakti-bhak. So atishayita utsaha. Suppose you have atishayita, extreme enthusiasm, then it is called virya. It can be given the word virya, or it is given atishakti-bhak. Atishakti-bhaj is the shabda, atishakti-bhak is the word. So so utsaha, you have for utsaha you have two words, utsaha and adhyavasaya. उत्साहः यदि अतिशक्तियुक्तः भवति तर्हि तत् अतिशक्तिभाक् इति उच्यते, नो चेत् वीर्यम् इत्यपि उच्यते. So there are two words for ati utsaha. So virya or atishakti-bhaj. उत्साहोऽध्यवसायः स्यात् सवीर्यम् अतिशक्ति-भाक्. Next, kapato स्त्रीव्याजदम्भः upadhayaschadmakayitave. Now what is happening is kapataha, kusritihi, kapataha, vyajaha, dambaha, upadhihi, chadma, kaitava. There are 6 words. 6 words in that line. Then you have 3 more words, I think. Kusriti, nikriti, shatyam. So all this means the kapatyam. Kapata means some what is that word for kapata in English? I am not getting. Kapata, cunning. People say cunning. Fraud. We can say fraud. Cunningness, fraud, all those things. That is called as kapata. So now, how many words are there? Actually, you are having 9 words. So kapata is astri. Astri means not strilinga. So you have pullinga, napumsakalinga, vyaja pullinga, damba pullinga, upadhi pullinga, chadma napumsakalinga, kaitava. Kaitava is there. So kaitava is napumsakalinga. Ekanamisham kaitave. Kusratihi, nikritihi, shatyam. Kusriti, nikriti, shatyam. These kusriti, nikriti is strilinga. Shatyam is napumsakalinga. So 9 words. Then pramado anavadhanata. So kartavya anavadhanata. Suppose you are asked to do a particular work and you don't do it in a proper way. That is called anavadhanam. That is lack of focus, lack of concentration, lack of interest. So what will happen when you do like that? You will actually end up doing mistakes. So that is called anavadhanata. Pramado anavadhanata. So pramadaha is pullinga, anavadhanata is strilinga. So these are the 2 words. This kapata, I was thinking about kapata. Kapata can also mean hypocrisy. So pramada and anavadhanata can also mean carelessness. So you are careless. So that is why you don't have focus, like that. So that word also you can use. Kautuhalam, kautukancha, kutukancha, kutuhalam. So this everybody knows curiosity. So how many words are there? Kautuhala chatushkam. So kautuhalam, kautukam, kutukam, kutuhalam. 4 words. All means curiosity. Strinam vilasa bibvoka, bibvoka vibhrama lalitam tatha. Now here तत्र एकनिमिषम् now what he is telling is स्त्रीणां विलासविभोग So we have to study these two shlokas, these two lines together. Strinam vilasa vibhoka vibrama lalitan tatha helaliletyamiha va kriya shringara bhavajaha. Now yete kriyaha shringara bhavajaha ami havaha havaha ityukte cheshtaha षट् चेष्टाः bhavanti. Shringara bhavajaha. Because of Shringara bhava, you will get 6 cheshtas which are found normally in Strinam, in women. That is what he is telling. What are those? What are those 6 Shringara bhavajaha? First one is Vilasa. So when Vilasa means in the presence of the Kanta or the husband or the lover, these three will have a smile. A smile will be there, Vilasa. That smile is called Vilasa. That is by Shringara, the extreme love that she has for her husband, because of which there is one smile which is found in normally in women. That is called as Vilasa. So first next second one is Bibvoka. So Bibvoka means sometimes because of the pranaya or this one, sometimes a wife or a woman will speak little bit with disrespect against the husband. That is out of extreme love. Like extreme love, you can say they may have some disrespect, or that disrespect may be because of garva also. That garva, because of extreme love only, Shringara bhava, these two things will come. That garva will be there, and because of that they don't give respect to the husband. That is called Shringara bhavaja. It is one of the Shringara bhavaja, and it is Bibvoka. It is called as Bibvoka. The next is Vibrama. Vibrama is a cheshta which arises because of the youth and the beauty. So Vibrama, normally because of the young age. So because of Yauvana, there is a cheshta which arises in the woman. That cheshta is called, and that is Shringara bhavaja, and that is called Vibrama. Then you have Lalita. Lalita is very softly shaking the hand, shaking the legs, some bodily movements, soft bodily movements. That is called Lalita. Soft bodily movements because of Shringara. Then Hela. Hela is when the woman is trying to tell something to the man, so she tries she tries to tell him through different methods that her desires, when she tries to express to a man, that cheshta, the way she does that expression, is that cheshta is called as hela. So there are 6 cheshta. Hava means, hava kriyaha means cheshtaha, which arise in a woman because of the sentiment of love or shringara. Those are vilasa, vibhoka, vibrama, lalita, vilasa, vibhoka, vibrama, lalita, hela. There is one more, leela. Leela means, what they do is, leela is the Krishna leela, Rasa leela, you are telling, no? So leela actually means, as per the Shastra, anukaranam. So you follow what your Priyatama is doing. So if he laughs, you also laugh. If he cries, you also cry. If he goes to the garden, you also go behind it. All this anukaranam is called as leela. So all this is found in Natya Shastra. There are shlokas which explain this. I am just giving you the summary. This has to be studied in detail and this has to be known. But why Amarasimha has given is these things is because these are words which are used commonly in Natya Shastra, and these are coming out of the sentiments. Natya Shastra, Pradhana is the rasa, and one of the rasa is Shringara. Because of Shringara, you need to show the expressions on the stage. So Shringara Bhavajaha, these are the Shringara Bhavajas which we encounter, which an artist will encounter on the stage. So this is Shringara Bhavajaha. Next is Drava Keli Parihasaha Krida Leela Chanarmacha. Drava Keli Parihasa Krida Leela Narma. So all this means Krida, play. Rasa Krida, Rasa Leela, Rasa Parihasaha. All these things is there, no? So Drava is Pullinga. Drava, Keli and Parihasa. Sometimes Keli they also tell it is Strilinga, but here it is given, Dvandva Samasa is given, therefore it is Pullinga as per Amarasimha. Krida Leela Strilinga, Narma is Napumsakalinga. So it means sporting, playing. That is, these are the words for Drava Keli Parihasa Krida Leela cha Narmacha. Vyajopadesho Laksyancha Krida Khela cha Kurdanam. Now Vyaja Apadesha, Vyaja Apadesha Lakshya. So there are 3 words. So Swarupa Achadanam. What is the meaning of Vyaja Apadesha Lakshya means? So actually it is a pretext. They say on the pretext you pretend to be very innocent. You pretend to be as though you are angry. You pretend as though you are loving. You pretend as though you are angry. All these things is Vyaja Apadesha, pretend. Vyaja Apadesha or Lakshya. Then you have Krida Khela cha Kurdanam. Krida Khela again is Strilinga. Kurdanam is again jumping, but it can also mean playing. So Krida Khela Kurdanam means when you are having an object, like you have a ball, you are having a flower, when to play, then these are called as Krida Khela cha Kurdanam. So the difference between this this Krida here and the Krida which is there, there was one more Krida. There is one more Krida above. Here it is some object, some Vastu is there. There it is just the general Krida. Gharmo nidagha-svedasyat pralayo nashtacheштата. Dharmatraya. So there are 3 words. Gharma. Gharmo nidaghas. Gharma nidagaha svedaha. So is heat, extreme heat. Svedaha is actually sweat. but Gharma, Nidaga, Sweda, you can call it as sweat. But Sweda has got a general meaning as sweat also. But Gharma and Nidaga is not sweat. Gharma, Nidaga, Sweda together mean, all the three are synonyms. They mean heat. But Sweda in general can also mean sweat. Now all these are in Pullinga. Syat pralayo nashta cheshtata. Pralayo nashta cheshtata. Satvika bhavaha. So so this pralaya is not the pralaya which is told in Kalavarga. This is pralaya and nattacheshtata is being unconscious, becoming unconscious. Okay, so that is pralaya and nattacheshtata. Avahittakara guptihi samau samvega sambramau. Avahittakara guptihi. Avahitta akara guptihi. So shokadi janya avahittakara guptihi samau samvega sambramau. Okay. So here avahittha is given as Strilinga. Akara guptihi is also given as Strilinga. Avahittakara guptihi, what do they mean? So suppose you are angry, or you are sorrow, you are full of grief, you are having lot of sorrow. You try to conceal that. You try to conceal your anger or your sorrow, which is the either Akara Gopanam. Akara Gopanam means what is Akara? So we have to understand one term here. Avahittha Akara Guptihi. What is Akara? Akara means, suppose you have a Kopa or you have a Shoka, because of which the bodily changes happen. People can recognize quickly by seeing your body that you are angry, you are having some Shoka, etc. So if you are covering that, that is called Akara Guptihi. So you try to conceal that, either because you are shy, or you try to avoid do something, or you try to bend your head, all those things. So avahitta kara guptihi shokadi janya vikaran yaha yaha samvaranam karoti, yaha samvaranam avaranam karoti, samvaranam karoti, gopanam karoti. He tries to hide these emotions. That is called avahittha akara guptihi. So this itself says that the Natya Shastra is very, very deep, and it is catching all the emotions. Today you are having all these cinemas and extreme emotions, capturing all these cameras, 3D, 4D, all these things you are having. But imagine how they have captured all these emotions on the stage and on the bhavas. So we should that is through the Natya Shastra. That is this is one thing which we should appreciate regarding our Sanatana knowledge system, Sanatana Jnana Parampara. Next, Syadat Churitakam Hasaha Sotprashaha. Now, Achuritaka. Achuritaka. Oh, I forgot, I left out two words. Samau, Samvega, Sambramau. So what is the two words? Samvega, Sambrama. So samvega sambrama. Sambrama means you are very happy, you are very enthusiastic. Suppose tomorrow there is a festival in your house, so there will be a samvega, or some marriage is going to take place in your house. Then what will be the speed with which everybody will be moving? That is called samvega. So because of harsha, so what is the bhava there? Harsha or happiness. Harshadi janya twara. Twara means the quickening. You move faster, you do things fast, you try to take care of everything. So samvega and sambrama are the festivities in a house, which comes out of harsha or happiness. स्यादाच्छुरितकं हासः सोत्प्रासस्समनास्मितम्. स्यादाच्छुरितकं हासः. So achhuritaka achhuritakam hasaha. So when you are ridiculing somebody, when you are doing achhuritakam, that means you are, by your smile you are hurting somebody. So that is called achhuritakam hasaha, a smile which hurts somebody. Sotprasaha sa manak smitam. So manak or smitam, that is ishat hasaha. That means very small smile. Smile, actually it's a smile. Laughter, smile, you have two things. Sotprasaha is a smile, gentle smile. Sa manak, so it has, you have got two words for that. Manak is one word. Manak is an avyayam. Now here you have to note here. Manak is an avyayam. And smitam is another word, which is napumsakalinga. Let me just check 1 minute for whether manak is an avyam. I think it is, I am correct, but I will just check. So manak is not a synonym here. Ishat. So you can take it as little. Manak smitam. Little. This one. It is not a synonym here. So ishat hasaha. I will just confirm. Manak means little. So manak refers to it little, and it's an avyayam. It is not a synonym for smitam. I just wanted to tell you. So manak smitam. So sotprasas manak smitam. In some of the books, Vyakhyana, manak is given as a synonym for smitam. Please ignore that. Manak is ishat smitam. Small smile. That is what you have to take. Okay. So mana, little bit, it's a small, it is so small that you can perceive it, and you can so it's a gentle smile, we can say mandasmita, like that we are saying. So that is manak smitam. Madhyamasyad vihasitam romancho romaharshanam. Madhyamasyad vihasitam. So between a laughter and a manak smitam, if there is a small some bigger smile, that is called gentle laugh. That was a gentle smile, then this is a gentle laughter, that is madhyama. That is madhyamasya, sorry, madhyama la vihasita. It is madhyamasyat. Yadi hasaha madhyamasyat vihasitam iti uchyate. Romancho romaharshanam. Suppose you have some event by which your hairs on the body stand, then it is called romanchaha. So romanchaha romaharshanam. Next, kranditam ruditam krushtam These all three means Kranditam, Ruditam, Krushtam means Rodanam, which is crying. Jrumbhastu, Jrumba, there is one word called Jrumba. It is a Vishesh, I think it is a Vishesha Nikna, I will just say. So, Jrumba is in Pullinga, Strillinga, Napumsakalinga. Jrumbhanam means the act of yawning. So, that act is there, no? Jrumbhanam. That is called Jrumbhanam. So, Jrumbastu Trishu Jrumbhanam. Jrumba is also a word which can be used. Jrumbhanam also can be told. So, Jrumbaha, Jrumbhanam. Jrumba is Trilinga, Trishu, Jrumbaha, Jrumba, Jrumbam. You can have three lingas there. Vipralambho Visamvadaha. Vipralambaha Visamvadaha. What is the meaning of Vipralamba and Visamvada? So you accepted something and then you start negating it. Okay. Contradiction. What do you say in English is contradiction. That is called Vipralambaha. Vipralambaha Visamvadaha. Ringanam Skhalanam Same. So Vipralamba and Visamvada are two synonyms. Ringanam Skhalanam. Dharmades Chalanam. So Natya Shastra now comes back to this Ringanam and Skhalanam. So Ringanam Skhalanam means slipping from what? Slipping from Dharma. So if you do all these acts and if you slip from dharmic activities, then it is called Ringanam, Skhalanam. So these are slipping. Next you have Syan Nidra Shayanam Swapaha Swapna Samvesha Ityapi. Nidra Shayana Swapa Swapna Samvesha. All this means sleep. So I hope all of us know this. Tandri Pramila Brakutihi. Tandri Pramila is exhaustion. That means feeling tired. Tandri Pramila is extreme tiredness. Tandri Dvayam. So there is Tandrihi. So the word is actually there is a Nidra, Tandra, Bhayam, Krodam, Alasyam, Dirka Sutrata. Tandra is also word is there. Tandri is also there. Okay. So this word is Tandrihi. Tandri Pramila. Tandri Pramila. Okay. Tandri and Pramila are synonyms and they are Strilinga. Some call it as Alasya. Some call it as extreme tiredness. So there are two kinds of arthas which are there. So, but the Vyakhyana says that Atyanta Parishramadi Karanat, the whole body aches, whole body is tired. You don't know what is happening, but you are fully exhausted, tired. So that is Atyanta Parishramadi Karanat. Ya Shrantihi Utpadyate, Sayeva Tandrihi iti Uchyate. So that is what they are calling it as Tandri. So there are different koshas. Some kosha call it Tandra and other things. So that we have to note here in case of Tandri. Brakutihi, Brukutihi, Brukutihi. Brukuti, the Brakuti Trayam. Okay. This Brakuti Trayam, what is there here? Brakuti means eyebrow. Okay. So any when you have, suppose you are very angry, okay, or you are very unhappy, angry. So krodadi samaya yada bhavati, tada the brew or these eyebrows, if suppose this is the static position of the eyebrow, they start changing positions. Like for Ascharya also we change the position like this. So that is called as Brakuti, Brukuti, Brukuti. There are all these are Strilinga padas. So normally you see it in monkeys. That is why in Sundarakanda you will get Brakuti, Brukuti, and all you will get it in Sundarakanda when Hanuman's Cheshta, you will come across these words in there also. Next, all these three are Striyam. Adrishtihi, Adrishti Syad Asaumyekshni. Adrishtihi. What is Adrishtihi? Krura Drishtihi. It is having what is Adrishtihi in English? I don't know. You do not like somebody, so you eye on him. You have an eye on him. So Krura Drishtihi. Adrishtihi Syad Asaumyekshni. Asaumyekshni. Samsiddhi Prakriti Tvime. Samsiddhi Prakriti. No. Samsiddhi Prakriti. So Samsiddhi Prakriti Swarupa Swabhava Nisarga. These 5 words. So they are called as natural Swabhava. So Swabhava or nature. What is his nature? He is by nature soft. He is by nature an introvert. He is by nature an extrovert. This is what we tell now. What is his Swabhava? For that, Amarasimha gives 5 words. Swarupa, Swabhava, Nisarga, Samsiddhi, Prakriti. So Samsiddhi and Prakriti is Strilinga, Swarupa is Napumsakalinga, Swabhava and Nisarga is Pullinga. Next, Vepathu. Vepathuhu, Atha Vepathuhu. So Atha is the delimiter there. Vepathuhu Kampaha. Vepathuhu Kampaha is shaking or shivering. Atha Kshana Uddharshaha. So Kshana Uddharsha Maha Uddhava Utsava. All these things means it is Utsavaha, festival, festivities or celebration. These are 5 words. Kshana Uddharsha Maha Uddhava Utsava. 5 words for celebration. And all out of this, all the 5 words are Pullinga. It can also mean Utsava can also mean very great happiness. Kshana Uddharsha Maha Uddhava Utsava. Extreme happiness. So all this it can mean. Okay. So I have some questions written here. I am just opening the questions here. Ananta Krishna Mahodaya has written a lot. So Mandasmitam he has told, and then he is telling Manak is an avyayam. Yes. Slight. Yes. That he has told. He is clarifying that. Looks like Ananta Krishna Mahodaya can take this class. He is knowledgeable like that. Then what is this goosebump? Okay. Okay. Jrumbaha, Jrumba, Jrumbam. Yes, that also he has told. Visamvada, which also false. Visamvada is false assertion, breaking one's word, disappointment. All that also can mean Visamvada. So there are Adrishti in English, Saurabh Gupta says it could be giving evils. Okay, so now I will open it for questions. Then we'll see what are the questions, and then I just wanted, I was in a quick this one to finish this Varga today. Sorry, I took some extra time. So Pratibha Bhagini, what is your question?
Mahodaya, atra upadhirna. That what is that na here?
Upadhirna.
Because earlier premana you said it says nakaranta, but here.
It is indicating some grammar point, the samasa uttarapada lopa or something. I will come back to you on that.
Okay. And one more thing, there is this bhrakutihi, bhrukutihi, bhrukutihi. Is that related to bhrakumsa, bhrukumsa? We had that bhrakumsascha, bhrukumsascha, bhrukumsascha.
So what is happening is, this is with respect to the Aibor. The form are same. The way the shabda is formed is same. Grammatically they are same. What is the meaning of brakumsa, brukumsa and other things?
It says Triveshadhari Purushaha.
There it is like that. But here the way the shabda is formed is same, but the meanings are different.
Only that eyebrow is common, but that formation is different. Okay.
No, formation is same. The meanings are different. Formation of the word, the type of words are similar. They have the same grammar rules embedded in them.
Okay. Astu Mahodaya. And this Pramila, in Karnataka we have these names Pramila, so that's not a right name to have, right? Then
as per this bhava, it is I think it is better not to have it. Maybe in what they give is, that is Prami Haraswa, I think. Pramila is Pramila Haraswa, I think. What in Kannada they say. They don't say Pramila.
Okay.
Here it is Dirgha.
Astu Mahodaya. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada. Balam sir. Balam sir. You have to unmute yourself, sir, to talk.
Sir, I have no questions. I just thought that Adrishti can mean some cruel look or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Yes. Okay. Ashok Mahodaya.
Sir, Namaskar Mahodaya. See, I'm not clear about Avahitthakara Gupti. Avahitthakara Gupti Samo Sambramo. Avahitthakara, you explained, but somehow I'm not clear about it. That's why I'm requesting you to explain this.
So what? So let in Avahitthakara Gupti, you have to first take, there are two words. One is Avahittha and Akara Guptihi. Akara means, what is Akara? So Angasya Vikaraha Akaraha. Katham Angasya Vikaraha Jayate. Kopadina Jayate. Suppose you are getting a kopa or shoka or anything, your anga, there are bodily changes which happens. That is called Akara. Now that Akara, that bodily changes, if you try to conceal in your expression, then it is called Akara Gupti, and that is also called Avahitta.
Okay, very clear, very clear. Thank you.
Dhanyavadaha. Ramakrishnan Srinivasan. I think he does not have a question. Sushila Subramanian. Sushila Subramanian.
No question, actually by mistake. I pressed some earlier, which was on by mistake. Sorry.
No problem. Dhanyawada. To the extent possible, I have covered the Natya Varga. I am not an expert in Natya Shastra, but in my Alankara Shastra, a little bit I have studied Natya Shastra, Bharata's Natya Shastra. I have studied Abhinava Gupta's works, and I have studied the Alankara Shastra, which is why I could manage this Varga. This requires immense scholarly knowledge to actually explain this in the best possible way. I have tried my level best. If there are any things that you learn after this and you feel that it is those explanations are better, you can take it. But as I told you, this is a Kosha Grantha. It is not an Natya Shastra Grantha. Therefore, we have fulfilled the requirements of the Kosha Grantha. To the extent possible, we have described. 1-2 lines I think I have not explained, which was there out of the this one, which are extra lines that I have not found those 2 lines. The first paragraph I think I didn't explain Dvavimshati Vido Dhvanihi. This thing Trinamurasi Madhyasto Dvavimshati Vido Dhvanihi is something which is pending from my side, which I am unable to explain that. So I will come back to you on that. I am looking at Vyakhyanas to get this. I will ask some experts and come back to you on that. Pancharadam sir. Pancharadam sir, you want to ask a question?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, sir.
I'm not able to appreciate the meaning of Jrimba and Jrimbanam.
Okay. So Jrimbanam is a Ludanta Shabda. The act of yawning.
Yawning, okay.
Yawning. Jrimba is that yawning. The act of yawning and yawning, there abeda. There is abeda there. That's all. That is nothing else there.
Then generally I have noticed this Kosha, he has built it. Of course, he built it based on the words used in the literature, right? Because one word seems to have a totally different sets of meaning. So a general question is, since you are one of the domain experts, how do they use these words in the literature? One word has got really different meanings. Even in the Kosha you were describing today, you know, they have diametrically opposite meanings. So the question is, if we can shed light, how do they, when the poets or the writers use this, did they create it on their own, or how does it? I'm just trying to think in a very high level way. If you can answer that beyond the scope.
See, the origin of these words are from Vedas. So when the Vedas are being recited or that mantra darshana happens, it happens in a particular way to a particular rishi. So he has taken that mantra or that shabda in that meaning. So that is why 2 diametrically opposite meanings can also occur for certain words. So the poets have borrowed from there, and that has been brought here. That's all. So there is just that, and all these words, if they are correct as per Panini, and Paninian grammar can certify the word, like the anta, linga, vachana, and through grammar it can be certified. That means it is a sadhu shabda. If it is a sadhu shabda, the artha is different. That's all. So we have to take.
As an example, Leela has got a variety of meaning. Right? One place is a sport, the other is somebody are imitating somebody else. So that's when I started thinking how this variety of meaning. Yeah, I agree. So the Vedic, they took the roots, they used their own to build the new words, each rishi, and then they started using it in different contexts, and then they gets used up in it. Okay, yeah, makes sense. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. Varun Nanduri, I think you have a question.
I don't have a question actually, Mahodaya. I think I can tell the meaning of kalo mandrastu gambhira.
400. Which one you
410. 410. Kalo mandrastu gambhira.
No, that we taught. Dvavimshati vidho dhvanihi. That was the question. Dvavimsha. What is this Dvavimshati vidho dhvanihi? That I have not explained. Right? I am still searching. Do you have an answer for Dvavimshati vidho dhvanihi? Mahodaya, Varun, I am unable to hear you.
No, Mahodaya.
Okay, we will. But still, you want to explain? You can explain 410 just for your happiness. You said you want to explain something. Please explain.
So mandra and gambhira, it's like the dhwani that's like gambhira, like the voice that's deep, and taraha is it's the dhwani that's uchchaihi.
Uchchai. Okay. Dhanyawad. Dhanyawad. I was taught when I said I don't know this. I have not explained something. This Dvavimshati vidho dhvanihi is something which I have not explained in this class. So I know that I have not explained that. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Dhanyawadaha. I think today we spent a lot of time. Apologies for the delay. I don't know whether some people must have dropped out, but it's okay. You can always hear to the recording. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahishaha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Ram Ram Ram. We will meet on Monday for second we'll go to the next varga if possible. Next varga is which is the varga? Natya varga, Patala Bhogi varga, Patala Bhogi varga. Yes, it's a good nice varga. We can go there. Dhanyawad.